Hey, it's Job. Let's get journaling. Today I'm going to be switching things up and we're going to be journaling in this Traveler's Company vertical weekly insert, and we're going to be documenting week 22, which spans from May 29th to June 4th. I think I'm just going to talk about what I'm journaling about for each day of the week first, since I will be jumping between different days in this video. So on Monday, nothing spectacular happened, but I did finish a lot of chores that I've been putting off. On Tuesday, I had a rough work day and I just felt a little bit moody in general. On Wednesday, I basically dedicated the whole evening to editing last week's Traveler's Notebook collection video. On Thursday, there was a huge storm, and since I do take a ferry to work on some days, I wasn't able to get to work because of ferry cancellations. On Friday, I had a pretty crappy morning, but that's just life. On Saturday, I spent the entire day at home crafting, journaling, and being creative. And lastly, on Sunday, I hung out with my friends and we went on a little coffee shop hop. So that's basically just us visiting 4 different coffee shops in one day, and we just talked, worked, and read some books. And now I can finally tell you what's happening on the screen. While I was giving you a fast rundown of what happened in the week, I pulled out my stamp set and stamped the word chores, and then I pulled out my Winsor & Newton watercolor palette and my aquash brush pen, and I started brush lettering. So on the Tuesday portion of the spread, I scripted out the word meh because I wasn't feeling that great, but that word sounds so weird when you say it out loud, but you know what I mean. On the Wednesday portion of the spread, I scripted out the word edit 3 times since I was editing videos in the evening that day. And then on Thursday, it was stormy. Oh, excuse my very, very messy hair. I just got out of the shower when I filmed this, but I digress. I wrote the word stormy since it was stormy that day. And on Friday, I was in a bad mood, so I scripted out the word bad mood. It all sounds so basic when I'm explaining it, but that's pretty much how I do my spreads. I write out the main descriptive words for each day and then I go and add details later. Anyways, I glued that circular post-it onto the Sunday portion of the spread, and now I'm going to pull some washies and add some washies to the bottom edge of the spread. I wanted to use other washi tapes that I haven't used in a while, so I pulled out this building washi that I got in Taiwan, and it has old buildings on it, which I love the design of, but I haven't used this washi at all. I think I've used it once or twice in my Taiwan spreads, but yeah, I need to use that more. And then I layered this brown grid washi near that building washi. And then I pulled out a coffee themed washi tape to put near the Sunday portion of the spread, and now I'm going to do some brush lettering over top that circular post-it, but unfortunately you'll see in a few seconds I did not like it and I didn't leave enough room for the word hop, so I peeled it off and it looked horrible after. So I pulled out this coffee cozy that my friend Dom gave me, and it's so sweet that her and her boyfriend were thinking about me when they went to that coffee shop because they thought I could use this washi tape. Nope, that's a coffee cozy. Sorry, I'm totally blanking out right now. This coffee cozy, and I could use it in a spread since there are flowers, and as you all know, I like to paint flowers from time to time. So I used this washi to cover up that mistake, and it's gonna turn out alright. You'll see in a few seconds, but I basically peeled back all the unnecessary layers of that spread so that it doesn't add unnecessary bulk to my journal insert. And now I'm gonna use that stamp set again to stamp out the words coffee shop hop since I went to various coffee shops that Sunday. And I tried not to make it look too precious or straight because I like that mismatched, wonky type of stamping. After, I pulled out this ephemera set in this tin can, and it's running pretty low. I don't have that much ephemera in there anymore, so I picked out a few pieces and I'll glue those in later. But for now, I'm going to pull out my brush pen and my paint palette again and add more brush lettering. And it's so ratchet. I'm basically just cleaning my brush pen with a scrap piece of paper instead of a, what is that called again? A wet wipe. But I scripted out the word happy since I was in a great mood that Saturday. And now I'm finally gluing those ephemera pieces that I picked out. I picked out this little location marker and I placed it over top the edit brush lettering that I did earlier, and the location marker doesn't have anything to do with that, but I thought I would add it anyways because it looks cool. And now I'm taking out all of my other fountain pens and I'm going to add some more journaling and detail to the spread. I've already talked about this earlier, but I'm just adding more details about the things that I did those various days. So on Monday I did chores, on Tuesday I was sad, so I added more detail to the spread with my fountain pen. But I took a break from that and I pulled out my acrylic stamp set and I added some stars to the Monday portion of the spread to even out all the blank space since I didn't want to write anymore. So I pulled out this other scrap piece of paper and I think it is a photo, or I think it's a photo that came with the shoes that I purchased. I purchased new Chuck Taylors, or Converse Chucks. Converse. I'm just repeating the brand all over again, but I think you know what they look like. They're the classic Chucks, and I purchased them last week, but I finally wore them on Sunday, so I added that to the spread. And then I took out that favorite stamp of mine, that finger pointing stamp, and I put it at the portion on the Tuesday. I think it falls in between the Tuesday and Wednesday portion of the spread, and there's no rhyme or reason as to why I put it there. I just thought it looked cool. And then I added more journaling to the Wednesday portion of the spread. And since there's a lot of blue going on in the Thursday and Wednesday portion of the spread, I added that blue classic-y washi. And I just noticed that much of the spread is being covered by my hand, my hair, and some of it is out of frame. I'm sorry, I should have totally checked my framing before I pressed record. And now we are on the Friday portion. So I wanted to be really dramatic on the Friday portion of the spread, and I basically just repeated the same word all over that portion of the spread. I just put ugh, which is UGH. That's another word that I like to write in my spreads, but it sounds so weird when you say it out loud. But I just wrote the word ugh all over the Friday portion of the spread since I was in a bad mood. And then on the Saturday portion, I just journaled about what I did on Saturday. I basically just had an introverted Saturday and just did all of the things that I love doing, like journaling, watching YouTube videos, eating, drinking coffee. And then on the Sunday portion, I scripted out another word that sounds weird when you say it out loud, but it's yas. Yas. That sounds so weird. But it's a word that I say a lot with my friends. I used to say it ironically and now it just rolls out of my tongue, and now I hate myself for it, but I say it out loud all the time with my friends. But I put that there because I was so excited about our coffee shop day and it was really fun. So I wanted to emphasize it with that very emphatic word, yes. And then to tie the portion all together, I have that ephemera piece that says week 22 at the bottom. And then I use this Zig brush pen, which is, it's kind of like my aquash brush pen, but it's a marker. And I added those leaves to tie in the pinks and reds all over the spread, and I think it looks pretty cool. It looks very congested, but as you all know, that's how I like my spreads. I like them messy and I like them filled with a whole bunch of stuff. So these are some detail shots so you can see what my regular writing looks like. My handwriting is actually very messy, even though I love calligraphy. It's one of those weird things about my writing. It's just, I can't write very cleanly or neatly to save my life. I just like writing really fast. But I like calligraphy, so I guess that's an oxymoron, but whatever. I'm rambling again. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, and it was a little hard to describe what was happening on the screen, but I hope you liked it, and hopefully when this insert is finished, which it will be soon, I can do a flip through. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
I would like to get to know